The dominant structure we work in today, not only in Phoenix but all across the country and a good part of the world, is the social service structure. This is where we create organizations to provide services and resources to others. That structure is built upon the deficit model. You have needs, deficits, that we can help you meet or fill. The problem is that it's very hard to engage others in community building when you're looking at the glass as half empty. Engagement and structures on the other side are built upon assets, as in this particular case, people creating their own community garden, creating their own assets through their own work, their own labor, in relationship to others. So there are different kinds of structures, and they are often competing structures. When you're building community, one of the things you told us, and certainly one of the things we have seen, is that it is critically important to have some kind of community well or wells. Now, these can be individuals or they can be organizations that people drink from. Trusted organizations in their own community where people go and where they feel safe. It may be a service organization, but it's more than a service organization when they are engaging people upon their strengths, upon their assets, and not approaching them simply as clients, as consumers of services. But it's developing the community well that is critical. And of course, if you don't have a community well, you have to dig for one. And often they come up in places you wouldn't normally expect them to be. We find that community wells are often churches or communities of faith. Community development corporations done correctly can be community wells. But when you're digging for a well, it goes well beyond looking for material resources. One of the things you told us loud and clear was the importance of families in your communities. Some of the most poignant comments we heard came from communities that have been classified by others outside the community as underserved, poor, deficit-based communities. And yet, when you go into the community and you talk to families, they don't necessarily see themselves as poor. As one person told us, we are not necessarily rich in a material sense, but we are rich in relationships. We are rich in faith, and we sustain and nourish each other through difficult times.